with head coach Nitra Perry after a 71-60 loss to Florida Gulf Coast. Coach, just your thoughts. Gulf Coast came into the polls for the first time this week, so obviously pretty talented team. You know, you left a little bit out there in the first half, but you made a run at them at the very end.
Yeah, I thought, what I took from it tonight is, we still had that fight in us. We got down really big from the first half, went in at halftime, I think down maybe 10 or 11. And then that first half, I felt like we were, tooth and nail. A couple of charges or blocks go to either way. It's a possession game. And so, we had a little lull. We weren't making shots. Like I said, foul trouble. I think was kind of the difference in the game. You look at the stats, we were shooting, they only shot 4 more free throws than us the first half, but I think they had 3 or 4 and ones. Then they hit some timely threes. And I just talked to the team about just how they hit barrages of threes. They usually hit 2 or 3 back to back, and that's kind of like the equivalent to the dunk. It gives them a lot of momentum, and I felt like that was kind of the dagger for us in the first half. Second half, I thought we played like, hey, we belong here, and this is who we are.
How can the team use this going forward? You got another big test on Saturday against Stetson because, it's 11-point loss, but you made them work for that win tonight.
It's a new game. It's a new day. Of course, you want to take the positives out of it. We out-rebounded them. Christina Wells, 19 points, 12 rebounds. We did some things really well, but, I look at the stats and we shot, 14% from the three, 32% from the floor, 20 turnovers, and still only lose a game by 11. And so I look at Stetson and say, hey, can we cut those turnovers down in a day? Can we get better shots? Our under 10 second execution wasn't that good today. So, back to the drawing board.
And then going back to Christina Wells, seniors die hard. She had her another double-double, 19 points, 12 rebounds. She's been averaging about 15 and a half the last 4 games. Talk a little bit about her.
I thought she was great. The first half we missed her, and I told him at the end of the game, if we had Christina in the first half and Jazz the second half, then I think you get a different result or a closer game. And so, I was proud of how she responded. I got in her pretty good that first half. And she did what a senior, you expect a senior to do, which is bounce back. She was the energy player. She had some great stops on defense. And I thought, at the end, you see the growth where at the end of the game, she wants the ball in her hands and she's making some plays happen.
And then Neffy Lockley had a pretty good impact on the game. 6 points, 6 rebounds, a big block, a couple of steals. Talk a little bit how she's come on.
Neffy's right where you want your freshman to be this time of the year. She has a natural knack for the ball. She keeps working. I thought her steals were timely and huge for us when we weren't scoring our half-court offense. And then, of course, the block. I think people underestimate how long her arms are. And she's a great kid. She's been working hard. I've challenged her pretty much every day in practice. And, she's shown a lot of maturity and growth over the last couple of months.
You guys made 76% of your free throws. Talk a little bit about that. They were down a little bit earlier in the season, but recently you guys have been really focused at the line. Yeah,
and it just comes down to shooting them in practice and being game-like. I thought, Christina Wells, I think she missed 1. I think Jazz missed a few. But, we want all of them. You know what I mean? I was proud that down the stretch we hit the shots that we need to hit.
And then you only got 3 games left in the season. How are you feeling going into this crucial part of the ASUN?
I think where we're supposed to be. It was a tough loss. You got the 1 and 2 coming in your last 4 games, so of course that's going to be tough. But I also feel like we can embrace it because going into the tournament, you got to think like I'm playing the 1 seed because if you don't win, you're going home. And so we're just taking it all in 1 game at a time.
Coach, can you just talk about the physicality tonight, combining for 51 total fouls, 26 for Florida Gulf Coast and 25 for Kennesaw State?
Oh, the fouls. It was physical, and I told my team this is the toughest team in the conference as far as just gritty and getting it done and being very steady. Like I said, I thought, with the fouls, I thought a lot of those plays were 50-50 plays. If they go our way, if, Ariane Smith doesn't get, 3 fouls in the first half, I think it's a different game. There was 2 charge attempts. I think we had some charges down the stretch. Jazz, you know, had a couple of fouls. So, I mean, it was a physical game, but, you know, you want your kids to play physical. You know, and at this time of the year, and I'm sure Carl's telling his kids the same things, if you're trying to get to, you know, the championship game with ASUN and then go further into the NCAA tournament, this is what it looks like.